Oh, it's early morning. Haven't slept a wink last night. It's a terrible incident. Happened yesterday when the Frod and I were rolling off the ferry. It saddens me to say this, it really does. There was a lot of traffic, a lot of cars coming out of the ferry. It was a stressful situation, and we're sort of following these buses and lorries, and I'm trying to think what happened really, because there's so much you had to pay attention, you had to know what you're doing. Cars, beeping, and we came onto the main road, and it was busy traffic. This was sort of rush hour, whatever. The Frod pulled out onto the main road, and he couldn't have seen that lorry that was coming. I'm sure it wouldn't surprise me if the lorry, ran on a red light or whatever. Anyway, it was a collision, bang, wallop, just like that. Full mayhem, full chaos. I didn't quite see the moment it happened, because I was, looking out for myself, looking out for what was going on around me. So, Frod, some way or another, bang straight into the lorry. I'm sad to say the lorry was a total write-off. Anyway, we were police, ambulance was there very quick. Must have taken about 10 minutes, and off the Frod was, there he was, off to the hospital. So police drove me up to the hospital, followed the ambulance, and all that up to Orders Hospital. Yeah. Emergency room, ER, just like in in the American television series. Yeah. So I was there all night. Doesn't look good. Poor old Frod's unconscious. And all these wires, whatever, tubes and all that inside him. Doesn't look good. Does not look good. They had orange, yellow, and all these colours, different colours on these tubes. Didn't look good. The Frod hadn't shaved even, so he didn't look too good either himself. Anyway, been there all night. The doctors haven't had too much time for me, because there's a lot to see to, but I was sent home to get some sleep, so I'm going to see if I can get an hour or two sleep, and give them a phone call, see what happens later on today. For now, it's good night for me, and it's good night from the Frod, really, isn't it? Could be a long night. Beautiful day, quick break. I'm 30 kilometres north of Orders. In the sun. Now I'm in the shade. It's a beautiful day. Don't let it slip away. Some of you may be wondering what am I doing here? Why not? Shouldn't I be at the hospital with the Frod? Well, first let's get updated, shall we? I know there's a lot of worried people out there. The Frod, he was in intensive care, unconscious, not looking good. The doctors were grave, yeah. But well, there were quite a few people in intensive care, but the Frod was snoring so loud, you see, so he woke everyone up, which was not a good thing. In intensive care, people need rest. They need to sleep it off, get healthy. And then one of the head doctors came along and examined the Frod and said it was worse than he thought, so they put him, and this is sad to say, they put him in an induced coma. Yeah, heavy stuff. And moved him to the induced coma department, where there were quite a number of people there, yeah? Several people, all induced in comas. There's a slight problem again, of course, as there always is with the Frod. But he kept on snoring and woke up quite a few of the other induced coma patients, so they had to move him to his own private room. So there he is, and he's stable. Spoke to the doctor, and he's stable. And the Frod and me had an agreement, yeah, that if something should happen to either of us, then the other one must complete the trip, and that's what I'm doing. If the worst happened, then we're talking about cremation. Bringing the ashes, along on the cycling paths and finishing the trip. Perhaps scattering a few of the ashes around. Hasn't come to that yet, thank God. Or thank Frod, some might say. So now it's taking, taking his spirit with me. Some would could have taken a lock of hair. He hasn't got much left though, so I thought it was best to leave it with him. So I've got some clothing. What is it? A pair of his used Y-front dirty underpants. Only the best. Stuck way down in my bag. I'm not going to show you now. So in a sense, he's with me, you see. His spirit, his underpants, sense of humour. The Frod marches on. Although this looks like it may be the last march of the Frod. Right, I wonder if you can hear me. It's very windy, believe it or not. It's a tailwind I've got here. I've got 37 kilometres left to Viborg. I just left Randers. I don't know, not much to talk about. I had an Elvis Presley mansion there on the way in. Pretty American the whole way in, with the warehouses, flat, straight roads. But I mean, I don't really need to pedal in this weather. It's going straight forward. Great stuff. And here we go. Wind in your hair.
the Viborg, which translates to Wee Castle. Now the Frod was going to have a joke about that. He's got them all written down, you know. It's practices them at home, put in the mirror. Well, it's directly translated, it's Wee Castle. And if you can put a bit of toilet humour in that, you know, the wee bit in the castle, I mean, he'll be laughing for days. Yeah, I have to encourage the poor lad. Indulge him. Well, that's the end of the bicycle lane. So I've got my own lane on the road though. It's better than nothing, I suppose. But I prefer to be parted from the cars. And I reckon they do too. It's so typical. You go 20 kilometres and then the bicycle lane just stops. On a fast road like this. Do I not like that? What are you meant to do? Hope it starts again. God, that pissed me off. There's a bicycle route. I'm going to go right here. Whoops. You see? Viborg 41. Well, at least I got a safe route. This brings another 5 kilometres on here, but I'm not doing that road if I can help it. I wouldn't mind having 30 something, 33, 34 kilometres left now. Speeding along that super speed highway. But when you got no bike lane, it's not worth it. It's better to do the... Yeah, I don't like that. You get cars. Look at that. What a maniac. That's the problem, you see. 99.99% of all cars will pass you safely. But it's the 1% that counts. And they're the ones that knock you down. That was more dangerous for the oncoming car than it was for me, actually. But I mean, where are all these cars coming from? It's the bloody country lane. What's all this about? Oh, Frod on wheels, eh? That was a long climb, or a long descent, sorry. Fast one too. And now I have to go all the way up again. Loving it. Loving it. Look at this Danish countryside. The best Europe has to offer. And this is what the Danish Cycling Association sends you on, and this is stony, and I'm talking about big stones, and I don't know how long this is going to last. Nice one. I mean, if the Frod was here now, he'd get a smack. I can't smack the Danish Cycling Association because they're not here. But a lovely picture of a house, yeah? Lovely stuff. Only on Frod on wheels. You know what, Danish Cycling Association, I'm turning around. This is not going to be approved by the Frod. God bless him. This is crap. You can't do this to people. You can't do this to cyclists. And this, I mean, I know exactly what's going on here. You got somebody doesn't know a clue what they're doing, sitting in some tourist office, going for a walk on a Sunday. Oh, he's got a good road, this isn't it? Huh? And then you do this to people. You can't do that. I'm going back the other way. Look. Well, alright, I changed my mind. I'm pushing my bike, at least uphill, through this gravel road in the middle of this forest, which the Danish Cycling Association has sent me on. Google isn't a lot better at the moment, because they have me going on that other road, and they want me back on that other road with no bicycle lane. So the world isn't perfect. I suppose no one ever claimed it was. The day has been perfect up until now. But could do without this. Do without this, folks. Well, that was a bit of a climb walking, but it wasn't too far, but I didn't know that at the time. And I managed to actually cycle about 200-300 meters on the gravel, slowly, but I managed to cycle. And then I came to this road. So, all's well that ends well. Well, let's hope. Still Frod on wheels. I am totally all over the place here. The signpost, the Danish Cycling Association. Signpost disappeared. I think maybe I took the wrong turn. Google says this way. I don't trust Google on these country lanes because I've trusted them before and it didn't go very well. It's not too late to turn back, but I hate turning back. Let's see what happens. And this is exactly what I mean about Google. What do I do now? Huh? So look at Google. See, this is what Google gets you on, right? And I can't believe they didn't. I mean, this was obviously the wrong way. I took the wrong way, wrong turn. I mean, I looked. It wasn't signposted by the Danish Cycling Association, so I looked at Google and it said go left. So I trusted Google, and this is where Google brings you. Hopefully there's a road at the top here, I don't know. It's been a glorious summer day. This is Frod on wheels. You see, this is what happens when the Frod is not with you. If the Frod was here, the Pathfinder, I'd be in Viborg by now. You know, you can navigate, takes you in and out, right, left, you know, knows the shortcuts that's suitable for your bike. I'm hopeless without the Frod, you see. Right, Google's got me going on this one now. Forgive me for not trusting you, Google. These small roads here have a tendency to turn into gravel roads. Be kind to me, Google. Please be kind. I am Frodless after all. This is the year of the golden summer. And I'm not thinking about the crops, I'm thinking about the grass, because it's been really dry, it hasn't rained for ages. And we were expecting rain today actually, or not we, but some weather forecast. And it doesn't seem to be coming. Oh, I've got a car behind me, have to be careful. There you go, careful. Right, let's get in the draft. I've got a dog after me. He's after me. Oh God, he's still after me. Whoa. This is Frod on wheels. Bloody hell. I hate that. Saw that one coming though. Oh. Where is the Frod when you need one? Gonna send him up front and I'm being safe for myself. Alright, next. Right, I'm back on the original road again now. They wanted to push me into the woods again. Not a chance. I've got 13 clicks left to the bike. It's getting late. And this stops now. I just want to finish it. I've got a tailwind. 15 minutes maybe. No. Perhaps not. Whoa. Half an hour. I don't know. 13 kilometres. If I do 26. It's half an hour, isn't it? It stops now anyway, no matter what. Let's rock. Back on a safe cycle path. Rolling towards V-bike. Can't be more than, I don't know, 7 or 8 kilometres now. Just hope this carries on. I'm officially in the ancient medieval town of Viborg. Or is it? Well, not really. It doesn't seem to be that ancient and medieval, apart from the roads. It's my first taste of headwind. Seems to be a storm blowing up, coming in from the sea. I'm almost there. Only a few minutes left and I'm tired. And I'm fed up. Just want to get there. I'm going out of Viborg. What? The campsite is outside of Viborg. Let's hope they've got a bloody restaurant. Home, sweet home. In the nick of time, just got the tent up, and then it started pouring. That's what happens on Frod on wheels. Yeah,
I still got to get a shower, but no worries, folks. Dinner. Yeah. Yeah. Only the best for dinner. Yeah. It's not bad. Falcon wine. Long day. I don't know, 90 kilometers, probably more. That's how it goes. It's a beautiful day, and then of course that rubbish in the woods happened, and then finally got here, which is out of town. It's half an hour walk into town. No restaurant here. But that's how it goes. Awesome carriages, swings and roundabouts. And this country needs some rain, so bless them, just hope it stops raining tomorrow morning. I don't want to be stuck here for a day. I'm not a rain cycler. Don't like doing that. We'll probably do it if I have to tomorrow, because I'm not staying here tomorrow. Okay.
Next time on Frod on Wheels.
We've got Denmark's leading neurologist to come and look at the Frod. Back in orders. They're going to be wiring him up. You know, he's worried about. He wants to find out if there's any activity, brain activity in there. And I said, don't expect too much.